everybody. Just over 2 months till Laconia Motorcycle Week, so it's right around the corner. There's not many spaces available up there. All the campsites in the Laconia area are pretty much booked up, so you better make your arrangements now because it's going to be off the hook because it's the 100th anniversary, obviously. It's always very crowded, but you need to make your reservations now and start making your plans. So about 2 months away. Let's get right to the news. The old Faro Grill / Lobster Pound is under new management. It's going to be a high-end restaurant with a little cheese shop and coffee shop next door. Same people who manage that are also going to manage the Boardwalk Cafe across the street. And the big news is that's the site that used to be the location of the Roadhouse, and Jack Shit is returning to that same location, but he's returning to the location this time. It's going to be the Chop Shop. So Billy and Bill Nyland runs a Chop Shop. It's a great biker bar in Seabrook, New Hampshire. He's going to set up a temp operation in the space that used to be the Roadhouse. The other news is right behind there. One Eye Jack's, which is a huge biker bar in Sturgis, is going to set up an operation in the drive-in. So that's going to be very interesting. I'll give you more info on that as I get the details. But, preparations are underway. Lakeside Avenue is going to be all motorcycles again, just like prior years, prior to the, COVID pandemic. And coming up next month in May, the Tower Hill Tavern is going to host Wake the Lake, which is a great, great event. The Tower Hill Tavern's right there on the corner of the tower. Tower Hill is where the rally started when people used to race up the hill. And Anthony Santagate is like a great, great bar owner there. Really great guy. Really supports the community. And he's going to close off the street. And we're going to have a biker block party. That's in mid-May. So that'll be a little tune-up for the Laconia Motorcycle Rally. So a lot of things going on down on, the Lakeside Avenue area. If you go up Tower Hill, up to Cumbies on the left, that open area is now turned into a bunch of luxury condos. So lots also going on, obviously, at the High Octane Saloon. I told you in a prior show that, they are expanding. The new building that they ordered arrived on Friday. It's a giant metal building, going to be a huge, huge structure. It came on 3 different semi-trucks. So the first truck arrived at around 8 o'clock in the morning, and then a second truck arrived, filled with, little pieces and different things. The third truck came at around 2 o'clock, and so it's like a giant Lego set that they're going to be putting together. They haven't put the foundation in yet, so next week they're going to start putting in the foundation. They've been grading the entire space, so it's going to be much flatter, much better space for everyone to park their motorcycles. So a lot of work going on at the High Octane Saloon, just tons of stuff going on everywhere. As most of you know, I'm shooting a documentary that's going to be primarily based at the High Octane Saloon. It's going to be called 100 Octane, but it's going to really take place, at the High Octane Saloon, but also at the Tower Hill Tavern and also at the Chop Shop. And I'll also be down on Lakeside Avenue, and I'll be going to different events. I've already... The documentary is going to start at the Macris Run, which is Saturday morning at the Nazwa. So if you're interested in being in the documentary, that's kind of where we're going to kick things off, the first Saturday of the rally at the Nazwa Hotel. We'll also be doing the May West Pet Run on Monday. And Tuesday, we're also going to be shooting the classic hill climb up on Tower Hill. So we've already booked, 3 locations that we're going to be shooting during the documentary. So while I have a little segment that I've shot with John Turner, part of the theme, I want to, I've been making films for a long time. I do marketing, public relations for a living. I've made TV commercials. I've made music videos. I've made lots of things that I've sold, and I've been trying to tell the story of the camaraderie of Laconia Motorcycle Week and motorcycle rallies in general. This fact that there's this strong bond between people who go to the rally, because when you're there, you feel like, you're part of the tribe. And I have this whole strong group of friends that I have relationships with that have been built 1 week at a time. So I've always wanted to do a film to explore that. But I understand the deal, films, investors view documentaries as a product, right? It's a product, and, I've approached a number of financiers, and if they want to give me money, they want to make a profit. And so they want a traditional 3-act structure, right? That kind of has a setup, tension, and then resolution, But that's really not the film I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not going to create tension when it's not there. This is not going to be an expose, right? The people who run these bars, the Tower Hill Tavern, the Chop Shop, the High Octane, they're my friends. The people who go to these rallies are my friends. So this is not going to be an expose. This is going to be a story about the fellowship and the bond of like friendship and freedom that happens at these rallies, and that is increasingly rare, I think, in modern society, because I think technology can separate us. So I want to tell that story, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be able to sell it. So I'm funding this documentary myself. I've saved up about $15,000. But the truth is, it's going to cost me a little more than I expected, which I guess is just the way things are today. So I'm going to do a GoFundMe campaign to try and raise the last $5,000. So I'll give you more information on that as it's put together. I'll probably have that up and running shortly after Easter in a couple weeks. But I've already shot some initial scenes for the movie. Oh, and another thing I wanted to announce, Artie Franz Rancour is going to be the music director. So he's going to have music written just for this film. So it's going to be great. We're going to have a fantastic soundtrack. So that's just great news. And I've already shot some initial footage. Part of what I want to do is obviously tell the story of friendship, but I also want to tell the story that these 3 large biker bars are really family operations. If you look at, Billy Nyland at the Chop Shop, him and his daughter Samantha, are involved in the bar. At the High Octane, Anthony and his daughter are involved in the bar. And if you look at the Turners, who bought the former Broken Spoke Saloon, which is now the High Octane, that's totally a family-run operation. So that's also part of what I want to explore in this documentary. So why don't we go check out this segment with John and Donna Turner, just talking about, that family atmosphere at the High Octane Saloon.
Get on back to school. Steal my daddy's keys. Make a living out getting blue. Bought myself a rock and roll band. Let days ahead and had. Oh, maybe I could have tried anymore. You led me away from home, 'cause you didn't want to be alone. Stole my soul, believe me if I tried.
Let me introduce my beautiful wife, Donna. Donna, this is the public.
Hi, I'm not a camera person.
I got to tell you, I would not do this. I would not do this. I would not be sitting here today if I didn't have my wife and my daughter. My wife and my daughter are actually the main part of this whole operation. When one of us is not here, there's always another here. It always makes it work. My daughter takes care of the front of the house. Donna takes care of making sure everything runs. She makes sure everybody's paid, everybody's gonna get paid. People are coming, she just does all that invisible stuff that nobody sees. Me, I'm just a face that sits there and shoots the shit with everybody. I do a lot of that. But I would not do this had I not had the family. You can always feel comfortable knowing that one of us is here and the business is operating.
Okay, so that's it for this week's show, everyone. Again, I'll have more information on the GoFundMe campaign. I'm trying to raise, an additional $5,000. I mean, I'm going to make this movie anyway. It's just, I would really like to, if I want to have the movie have a chance to appear on Netflix and be seen by a broader audience, there's just certain things I have to do technically to make sure the film conforms to Netflix and other streaming platforms. And so if I can raise the money, that's great. But I've spent the $15,000 already, and we're going to make this movie, so it's happening. And if you can't donate any money to the GoFundMe campaign, maybe you can give me some in-kind contribution. I'm looking. Everyone's volunteering here, so if you can, find a place or for one of my crew members to sleep during the rally, that'd be great. Or if you have anything else you think that would help us out, whatever you can would be great. And so I'm going to start moving the show to weekly in May. So show becomes more regular as it warms up a little bit outside. And you can always check out the Bike Week Nation YouTube channel. I've got over 200 videos on the Bike Week Nation YouTube channel. So check it out and, like it and subscribe if it's something you're interested in. But that's about it for now. Duff out.
Excellent.